I'm gonna do some early waiver wire pickups for week 3 coming up. Uh, Running back that I saw over the weekend, I watched a lot of the Dolphins Ravens game, and I noticed Raheem Mostert uh, playing very hard. He seemed like he was getting the most touches. It seemed like he was getting 4+ yards a pop. I think Dolphins will really utilize him when those deep passes aren't working. I know Tua had a lot of yards and they passed a lot that game, but they were also behind. When Raheem Mostert was in, he was running hard. So I think that he's a great pickup for this week. Um, I also like Garrett Wilson. Um, he's for the Jets, a rookie, but he is their only receiver that I've seen worth anything. They're going to go to him a lot. Joe Flacco went to him a lot last week. I don't know how long Joe Flacco is going to start, but no matter who the quarterback is, I think Garrett Wilson will do pretty solid for you. I think that he's a good he's a wide receiver 2 or flex. I would put Garrett Wilson at. Um, I picked up in my league John Dotson. He's a receiver for Washington. I think that he has a lot of potential. I think that he's going to slowly but surely move up the roster slot. Um, I think eventually he'll be the number 2 or number 1. Uh, so I think he's another good pickup too. I think he's someone to keep on the bench for a bit until he proves a little more, but I think he's got a lot of upside. Tight end wise, I like Hayden Hurst out of Cincinnati. Um, he's just it seems like they're going to be going to him a little more and more because he's going to a safety blanket. Joe Burrow does not look the same, and you know I think that he's a good pickup. I really do. I think that he's going to get a lot of attention, given that their offensive line is not holding up very well. Yeah, Jamar Chase is going to get his, but he's gonna sometimes throw to somebody else if he's under that much pressure. If he's getting sacked 10 times a game or throwing 5 interceptions in a game, he's searching. And Hayden Hurst is a decent receiver. I think that he'll get some targets in the future. I think that if you're low on tight end, he's a good tight end to start, along with Logan Thomas as well. I think Washington is a viable offense. I think that they have a lot of weapons, and I same thing with Dotson. I think that Logan Thomas for the Commanders. I think that offense is going to be very pass heavy. So that leads me to Carson Wentz. I think that if you're low on quarterback, it might sound like kind of you're reaching if you're picking up Carson Wentz, especially after last year. But this year he's playing a lot different, and he's got different weapons around him. I think that he might not get a lot of wins for the team, but I think he might get a lot of wins for your fantasy team. Uh, and one more, I really am kind of skeptical about this one, but Mark Ingram. It seems like he's the only running back with the New Orleans Saints right now. I don't know how long Kamara's out, but I don't really care how old he is, really, because he's getting touches, and I've seen him run. He runs very smart. He doesn't embrace the contact like a lot of these young running backs do. He's very shifty. He's a smart player, and I think that he's viable to get 50 rushing and 40 receiving and possibly a touchdown throughout the season when he's starting. So those are my waiver wire pickups for week 3.